Welcome back to another review, and today we will be taking a look at the Helic Max 1336 Skywalker, which as you can see here is a pretty unique little quad, and it is inside its own little cage, which is pretty cool. I just have to say right off the bat that this cage is like the ultimate protection for this quad. I've thrown it against stuff, smashed it. It's super flexible. It has carbon rods along here, and as long as a bigger one through the middle, and then really flexible plastic. So it's just super durable, and it bounces. You can see. You can even play basketball with it. Yes.
Wow.
Or, as you can also see, if you're not very good at throwing things into hoops, you can also just fly it up and drop it through. Even more, yes. I've had this, it's just been so durable for me, so I think that's a very good selling point for a beginner. It comes with this little pad here in the box, as you can see, because it kind of just, it rolls very freely. As you can see there, it just keeps rolling, and it swivels all around. So if you want to get a nice level start and maybe reset the gyro, you can set it down on that and even take off. It gets a little stuck though. But I found that even if you're like this and you try and start it up, just kind of get it level, and it should do fine. I don't think it recalibrates every time it starts because of that. They knew it wasn't going to be level, most likely. Get a bag with 4 spare props, and I love how it's green, nice neon green here. You get a user manual. That's not that bad. Once again, probably the most important thing is the diagram of the transmitter. So let's see. Yeah, I remember most of this stuff. And here we have a little charger ending in the 1.25 micro JST connector, I believe. And then the box. I'm not really a huge fan of the box because it's sort of the viewing style thing. If you're selling these online, why do you need to have the view thing? It just makes it a bad carrying case, but oh well. And then here we have the transmitter, which isn't that bad. At least it's a full-size transmitter, not a little tiny nano one. Thumb pads that are long enough for a pincher or a thumb flyer, and pretty decent sticks. Up here on your right shoulder button, you click it, and then you can only do forward and backward flips, and it'll do a flip in that direction because if you try and flip the whole cage, it'll use a lot more weight. So it just kind of flips around its axis in there, which is actually kind of cool. And one more thing, if you're flying forward, since it's pushing the air that way, the whole cage will rotate really fast, so it's spinning, and it looks kind of cool, almost like a TIE fighter from Star Wars. Over here you have your, let's see what this was the fly run mode, it calls it. So you start off in flying mode. If you click that, it'll basically go into the running or driving mode, which no matter your throttle, it'll limit it to a very, very low value. And then your turning yaw is over here and forward and backwards. So it's an interesting mode, but I feel it doesn't give you enough throttle to even get going. So you kind of just go in fly mode and just keep your throttle low. And then over here you have your trims, you can see there, pitch, roll, and yaw. And then on the throttle trim, the upper one, if you click that once, it'll go change your rates low to high. And they are pretty decent rates, a little bit slow maybe, but not that bad. It would be good for a beginner in low rates. And then on the bottom you have demo mode, which you push that, and basically, I can't remember if it's a left turn or a right turn. It basically, either if you're driving or you're flying, it'll just try and maintain a right turn. Not too tight of a turn though, so I mean it's kind of pointless, but you can still manage your throttle if you're flying. I found that it does keep a very nice smooth turn as long as you keep the throttle right. So other than that, it gets about, depending on your flight times, because you can take this cage off very easily, you just kind of stretch it apart and then take the thing out. So you can get very easy access to the quad without the cage. Flight times are beginning anywhere from around 5 minutes full flying with it to 7 with it off. So it's kind of efficient. And then it does have some LEDs. Let me try and plug the battery in. It's a little bit harder inside. So if you pull it out a little bit, you can get just pull the whole battery out. And then you can see it's got some LEDs, but it only has some green in the back, if you can see there. So not very good LEDs. There we go. So Let's look at the battery. It is a 3.7 volt battery. It does not tell you the milliamp hour rating, but I'd probably say about 180 milliamps in there, about the size of that. And the charging time is about 30 to 40 minutes with these stock chargers, so it's all not that bad. You know, everything feels pretty good. It's a decent price. I really like the quad. It flies well. It drives well. It is a little hard because it's bouncy, like if you're trying to go on the ceiling or the wall, so you have to be very careful and very slow with it there, or else it'll just like flip out and you just gotta let it settle down first. But other than that, you know, pretty good quad. So now let's go to the indoor footage and then some outdoor footage. Okay, here we are for the indoor flight of the Skywalker 1336. So let's just start off here. And I accidentally forgot to hit record, so this is my second time filming indoors here. So my battery won't last too long maybe, but I should still get about a 3-minute flight out of it. So let's just start off here, go down, and hit, that was a bouncy landing, but I hit run mode, so now my throttle is severely limited. So let's just try and drive a little bit. It's almost too weak in power to drive around at all. Like, it almost doesn't give you enough. And I can't make it up the hill, so hit fly mode, and now lift up, and roll over. Okay, so let's take it up, try and fly on the ceiling, or run on the ceiling, whatever you want to say. There you go, I'm stuck on. So the ceiling definitely works the best. Ugh, except when you try and go fast like that. Definitely very hard to get her on there without bouncing. Oh, the first video I did, except I didn't hit record, of course, I did much better with. Ah, jeez. Let's just stick her up there. There we go. Ah, it does not like turning it, bounces it off. That's so annoying. So let's try and do the wall here. Whoops, going down there. There we go. Oh. Oh, I'm suction cupped against the wall. So here's high rates, y'all. You can see there, and then there's high rates pitch. And then there is low rates pitch. You can see there. And then there is low rates yaw. So not a bad beginner rate. And because this is so durable, I think this would be a pretty decent beginner quad. Let's do some flips. If you click here, it just does a flip around the pitch axis. So if you hold it in your hand, and then you press the button, you can, whoops, hit my hand, you can make it, see flips just sitting here, which I think is pretty cool. Just something funny. Now there's a demo mode. If you click this button, the down trim, it'll start to do left turns, whether you're in fly or drive mode, but they're too wide to do in this small room, but it does do them pretty well, so I don't see what point in a feature that is unless you like and turn to help you make the turn. But as you can see, as you fly forwards, it makes the prop wash makes the cage spin, which I think looks really cool. Like that. And then if you just cover, it'll stop spinning. Oh, and we have low battery, but just keep in mind that this is my second pretty much 4-minute flight in a row. So I've had a full flight time out of this battery. It's just, forgot to hit record, of course. And I'm losing power, so let's try and get back here. And there we go. That was my indoor flight of the 1336 Skywalker from Helic Max. So now let's take it outside, show you a little more running. It doesn't work so well outdoors because of the wind, especially turning on the rougher asphalt. It just kind of flips over and goes crazy. But, you know, it just bounces. I take the cage off and fly a little faster, but the range isn't so good on this one. So it says on the box 50 meters, but I wouldn't push it more than 30. But it does fall after it goes out of range, so just keep it closer to you if you choose to fly it outside. So let's go check the outdoor footage. Here we are. We're going to start with like a 1-minute drive here, so I've got it bound. So let's just start in car mode. And now you can see it limits your throttle so much, you can't really turn or do much, and then that happens. So being in car mode is kind of worthless. And then you can see there what I was talking about, the bouncing. So, and then, yeah, the wind takes it. So kind of outside with the wind, it's just not really worth it. And especially where it can grip more on asphalt than, say, you can see you can drive it, the wind takes it and then it starts bouncing around. You see driving there. So really I'd say it's probably best to use the cage indoors, obviously, because it catches a lot of wind. You can see it looks awesome spinning. So let me take the bars off. Okay, there we are. It was simple as that. It took about 30 seconds. So let's just start off with a little flying here. A little windy out for this little guy. Now I've noticed the range is not great, so I'm just going to stay close here. I'll show you this full speed. That's full speed of this guy. I wouldn't go much farther than, I mean, it's a nano, so you wouldn't want to push it anyways, but I'd say either just stay indoors or keep it close to you outdoors. You can see it is fairly agile once you take the cage off. So it still is a good flyer. It's pretty much a... Whoa!
Wow!
Hit the camera. I'm not sure how much you got on that camera. Or you saw it, but probably have slow motion. Okay, I think that was good enough because I showed everything indoors, and it's just a cool little quad. Let's just do a couple flips, you know, to please people. I mean, pretty much what quad can't flip. So there we go. That was my review of the Helic Max 1336 Skywalker, I believe is the total official name of it. Pretty nice quad. I do definitely like it. It's got fairly efficient flight times, or decent power. Flies pretty good indoors. The ball, that ball, it just protects it so well. You can see I was playing basketball with it. It's just a very durable quad. Flies pretty well, drives pretty well. Not great at flying, not great at driving, as you can see, but really I just recommend this one. It's a nice one overall, and it's green, so that's awesome. So that was the end of the video. Please subscribe if you weren't already, and I will see you in the next one.